Alrighty, so this is We the People News one more time, okay? This without prejudice and or without recourse, okay? I'm not an attorney, I'm not giving legal advice. Alrighty? I'm going to keep this video pretty short because, dare I say it. We talked about this in my previous videos. However, it seems to me that here's the deal. I already found this video. I was just kind of chilling back, fixing to get ready for bed. Gee Louise. And I thought, man, I could not miss this. Because we talked about liability, and I was watching what his opinion was versus my opinion on the video, right? And I was kind of curious. But in fact, it went in a little deeper than I did because I'm not technology inclined as much as some other people out there, right? Because, well, I'm an idiot, y'all. I'm just an average man, all right? But let's check out this notice of liability he used, which I am fascinated because I have somewhat understanding what notice of liability is. Let's go.
The first trespass, just getting behind me. Then whenever you get behind me and stop me and get out and touch my vehicle, that's second trespass. When you're approaching me with your loaded weapon, that's the third trespass. You're at $1 million right there for your department and yourself.
Okay, so let me show you this notice of liability that he's talking about here. I'm going to pull up this window. This is the notice of liability that he's...
So I'm going to open it up a little bit. Now, that being said, you may be able to see it better on his, here's the deal. If you guys have not subscribed to him, please do. Okay, he's pretty awesome at what he does also. Alright, and dare I say it, I'm an idiot, y'all. He is way better and way suited for the things he do than I am, okay? I just find little bits and pieces that may help me and you. But here's the notice of liability right here that they're talking about. Now, I per se probably wouldn't have gone this way, but what works, right? Still makes sense to me, notice of liability and common law. Okay, and then it goes through everything. So what works works. Now, I probably wouldn't have done the common law thing. However, I'm going to be doing a little bit of studying. Every word in here is legally defined. So I had to actually read through here and actually look up definitions of words and define what the intent is, right? We talked about shall, has there's 4 different definitions. Which one is the government going to go by? And all this kind of stuff, right? But this is awesome, okay? Right from the start, right at the top, comes now after the people, okay? Indiana Constitution. Indiana actually has one of the best constitutions. State constitution wise, has actually got one of the best constitutions out there. Especially for not paying for court. It really defines that clearly. You do not have to pay to make claims and all that. I can't remember. It's Article 1 something of the Indiana State Constitution, but that's one of the best ones out there. And I haven't researched them all, by the way. From what I've seen, Indiana has one of the better ones. It's damn sure better than Texas. Anyway, I hate to hesitate because I'm really just... the coincidence of all this. And we talked about the notice of liability and happened to... here's the deal. I actually did this. When did he do this video? 8 hours ago? Jeez, that's way before me. Well, I can't say, consider my technology, I wasn't too far behind him, y'all. And I'm sure he kind of accidentally comes through there, or somebody may gave him the link to this, or they may got into contact with him because they watching. Alright, so I got an unfair advantage, but me being 8 hours behind him and accidentally come across it. Timing is just perfect. Anyway, let's proceed forward since we paused that long enough here.
Actually talking about. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I do want to show you, I want to direct your attention to this down here. Here's the first trespass he's talking about. First trespass.
Yeah. You know, I had to say I would never put treason on there, so I'm learning something as it right now too. I would just violating. They are trespassing on the Constitution, all right, and impeding on my rights, trespassing upon my rights. I would never really consider the treason part, which is freaking awesome. I like that. So that's going to be added to my list. Oh, and by the way, these things is not for just cops. Okay? These things legitimately, and like I said before, I am surprised I don't really speak of it or use it like I should, because the notice of liability is actually a very powerful thing. And this could be used in your CPS case, y'all. You're going to hold CPS accountable. Okay? And the judge on family court, if they give you less than 50% of custody between you and your spouse, significant other, and the judge decides to rip you off to get that 66 cents out of every dollar that you need to pay for your child, right? But the government gets to keep 66 cents of that. Well, how does that benefit your child, y'all? Right? So, yeah, notice of liability. You had to really sit and define and figure out the words and all that kind of stuff. But notice of liability is very powerful in any case whatsoever, as long as you have not created a victim. It don't matter with notice of liability or any other type of work. If you in fact have created a victim, then you need to stay in honor and create a remedy. Okay? I don't need to go to the courthouse because my neighbor's house or tree fell on my property. I may need to call some people out here to say, hey, we need to clean this mess up or whatever. But I don't need to call the cops. However, me and the guy would have to go to some type of agreement by being honorable. Look, you caused $5,000 of damage on my property. I do expect return. Okay? But if the guy's going to say, well, you know, if I ask for $50,000 for $10,000 of damages, but I'm out of dishonor, y'all. That man has a right to take me to court and say, hey, you know what? I don't mind paying for his damages and losses, but I would pay $5,000, not $50,000. All right? Like the divorce with the two famous people, who they are now. I can't remember who they are, but I don't watch too much TV. I do a lot of studying. You know, $10 million to the ex-wife, that was too cheap. He lost way more than $10 million of lost damages of his job due to false accusation, allegedly. Okay? But, yeah, this is amazing.
Minimum fee and charge of $100,000 USD and charge of treason. Second trespass, minimum fee and charge of $200,000 USD and charge of treason. This is the notice of liability that he's actually already handed to the deputy. For all additional trespass, minimum fee and charge of $1 million USD and charge of treason. And what I'm going to do is every link.
I would even go as far as on bottom that, and maybe not too far, but make sure it's been notified that it's still going to be accepted whether they do a tacit agreement, silent acquiescence, or a full-fledged agreement. That way all bases are covered. Okay? Just for that extra standing.
Every link that we go over on this live stream right here, I'll make sure that I put it in the description and the pinned comment so you can actually get a copy of this right here and actually.
Okay, he said you can get a copy with a link to his description. I don't know how to do these things, y'all. So, when you get done with my video, run over there. If you have not subscribed, do subscribe. But go to the link and get a copy of this. I'm going to figure out how to do such a thing, in fact. Okay, usually I don't make copies of other people's stuff, but oh my goodness, this is really, really good. I don't even think there's any way possible I can even make this any better. I probably, I don't know. Now, the people part been in caps, that's all caps. That's probably nitpicking. Okay, but I still want to stay on the guidelines of because that's not me. I stand on one of the people, but I am not one of the people. I just stand on it, right? I'm just a man. Yeah, everybody out here is my brothers and sisters. But in a collective, we're a group of we the people. And I can stand as one of the people upholding my brothers and sisters, we the people's rights, right? I can still stand on it. But that's nitpicking, but I mean, oh my goodness. All right. I'm stretching this way too long.
He leaves some parts blank right here so you can fill in your own city, state, and county. And you can basically create your own notice of liability that you can hand to the law enforcement agent in your area.
This is on file. And
Okay. I mean, we can deal with a male or a female, okay, but I would still go with man or woman, okay, W-O-M-B, womb, man, okay, or you can go women, okay, man or woman, all right. I don't know how I feel about the male-female thing, okay? Religiously speaking, God created man and then a woman. Alright, womb, like the stomach womb. That's what technically a womb man is. Okay, and it's separated, by the way. Because it's a separated but one and the same, right? Eve was created from Adam. So they're still one and the same, but they're still separated. Just like your offsprings, right? They're one and the same, but they're separated.
The reason that I'm doing this is to teach other people. That's fine, you are too. Yeah, that's good. So, and the reason that I need to do this is because to teach my brothers and sisters their rights out here. They need to see this go on. They need to see you not give me a ticket so that they understand that they have their rights, that they too can own their rights and own their authority. We have our rights. We are over the police. We are the highest law enforcement. You're the highest law enforcement of the county. You instruct the FBI, the DEA, the ATF. I know my rights.
And that's actually really interesting. The people abdicate their rights and responsibilities when a law enforcer shows up. And when the FBI, ATF, or the DEA shows up as federal law enforcement agents, the local sheriff does what? They usually step down, or they say, we're working in concert with federal authorities and local and state police. You don't step down. So the people shouldn't be giving up their rights, not one iota of their rights. And the local sheriff, who's supposed to be an elected official, is not supposed to be advocating his rights when a federal official steps in.
I know what you guys are supposed to be out here doing, and I know what you're not supposed to be out here doing. That's why every time I see one of you guys pull over another one of my people, I stop and I tell you guys every chance I get. This is how.
When I see you pulling over one of my people, this is what I love about this video, is he's taking all this stuff personally. It's almost as if, you just pulled over my son, my daughter, my mom, my dad, my aunt,
exactly.
my uncle, my brother, my sister. Those are my people you're pulling over.
Yeah.
That's my people you're harassing. That's my people that you're executing that economic terrorism on as you give them a citation that they can't afford.
We do it, sir. But I appreciate you and your time and the education.
Amen, brother.
I understand all that, and I appreciate what you're saying. But the problem...
Let's kind of go through this a little bit more. I want to keep my video short. Let's see what that says.
But this is basically what he was giving them, a notice of liability. In other words, you, officer or sheriff, deputy, whatever, you are on notice that you are going to be personally, financially held responsible and liable, as well as your department, for hindering my rights as a human being. I wouldn't do that to you. I don't expect you to do that to me. So
okay, even though it's on this video, I would not use human being, right? Human being did not come up until the 12th century, and that was by the Catholic preachers, right? And at that given time, humans mean monsters, just for old history text of it. So every time you say, well, I'm a human being, well, you're calling yourself a monster by the original text. Just saying, people. All right, look up Who's the Deal. I don't want to go any further on this video. It's already been 15 minutes. You guys don't like it any longer. So if you guys want to do more research on him and this, look him up, okay? All right, this will be the People News. Bye.